Hello and welcome back to Marketing Research Methods. This is Dr. Vivoda. I'm going to talk a little bit about Chapter 4. I will cover a little bit of 5 at the end of this presentation, but I think it's also important that in case marketing is something that interests you as a career, that you might want to learn more about it. And so that's my intention with this PowerPoint slide today. As I mentioned, we'll probably go into a little bit of 5 because I do want to talk a little bit about qualitative research, just to give you an overview of that. But right now our focus is on, do you want to work in marketing? There are all sizes of firms in marketing, of course, like there is any other business. There are small firms, mid-sized firms, and large. What we consider small firms in this particular industry are firms that have 100 employees or less. The vice president of marketing may actually be in charge of all significant marketing research. While it is difficult to precisely define the boundaries between small firms, mid-sized firms, and large firms, generally speaking, government statistics usually consider firms with fewer than 100 employees to be small. This officer, the VP that I just mentioned of marketing, generally has a sales manager collect and analyze sales history, trade association statistics, and other internal data. Small marketing companies usually have few resources and special competencies to conduct large-scale sophisticated research projects. An advertising agency or a firm that specializes in marketing research will be contracted if a large-scale survey is needed. Small business will generally have fewer than 5 employees regularly involved in marketing research. Some small firms are small marketing research firms. Small marketing research firms are less likely to have major corporate clients. Rather, they'll probably work for other small firms, maybe like a startup firm or a startup business. Typical studies may involve feasibility studies and assessing consumer attitudes and relationships between customer satisfaction and customer loyalty. If you want to start your career, a small firm is a great place to start, or you can actually start your own business. Now next are mid-sized firms. Mid-sized firms usually have 100 to 500 employees, a little bit larger on this one. Mid-sized firms can be thought of those as between 100 and 500 employees, and someone usually holds the position of Director of Marketing Research. This is your individual who provides leadership in research efforts and integrates all staff level research activities. A research analysis is responsible for client contact, project design, preparation of proposals, selection of research suppliers, and supervision of data collection, analysis, and reporting activities. Usually this individual multitasks and handles more than one responsibility at a time or several projects at a time. Research assistants provide technical assistance with questionnaire design, data analysis, and so forth. You can also call a research assistant a junior analyst. And then you have the manager of decision support systems who supervises the collection and analysis of sales, inventory, and other periodic customer relationship management data. And then you've got your forecast analyst who provides technical assistance, and this individual runs computer programs and manipulates data to forecast sales. Of the 3 different sizes of marketing firms, the last we have here are the large firms. There are generally less than 500 employees, greater than 500 employees. These are rather substantial. As marketing research departments grow, they tend to specialize by product or strategic unit. Major firms can be thought of those with over 500 employees. For example, Marriott Corporation has a director of marketing research for lodging and a director of marketing research for contract services. Each business unit's research director reports to the VP of Corporate Marketing Services. Many large organizations have managers of customer quality research who specialize in conducting surveys to measure consumer satisfaction with product quality. As you might guess, in a situation such as the Marriott International, they definitely need to know whether their clients are happy with the particular products and the services that are offered within their hotels. In this slide, you can take a look and see the world's largest research firms. You probably recognize the first name, the Nielsen Company, headquartered in New York. As you can see, they have quite a few employees, 33,100, and they operate in a number of countries, 100 with over $4 million in revenue. You may not always recognize all of the names on the list, but I would gather number 1, the Nielsen Company, you would recognize, as well as J.D. Power, number 10, Arbitron, number 9, and maybe even more than those. But you can see there's quite a few of these organizations that do exist. Here it's just a little bit of a review about the mid-sized firms, and as I mentioned, the Director of Marketing Research provides leadership and research efforts and integrates all staff-level research activities into one effort, plans, executes, and controls the firm's marketing research function. Research Analyst is responsible for client contact, project design, preparation of proposals, selection of research suppliers, and supervision of data collection, analysis, and reporting activities. Research assistants or associates provide technical assistance with questionnaire design, data analysis, and similar activities, and we know that they're also known as junior analysts. The manager of decision support systems supervises the collection and analysis of sales, inventory, and other CRM data. And the forecast analyst, and I always say when you see the word forecast, think of the weather because it is predicting something, provides technical assistance such as running computer programs and manipulating data to forecast sales. If you take a look at this chart, it's a little, I'll be honest with you, it's a little dark, but it is an example of a market research firm's organizational chart. If you take a look, you've got the Director of Marketing Research. Then under that individual, you have New Product Research Director, Customer Satisfaction and Quality Research Director, Strategic Marketing Research Director, and Decision Support System Director. And under that, the blue boxes, you see a whole array of job descriptions there as well. The Director of Marketing Research is a manager. Problems in directing research. Skilled research professionals like conducting research better than managing people. Now, that's not a big surprise. Managing people isn't as easy as it appears because you have so many personalities to deal with, and then you have those individuals and their interaction, their dynamics with other individuals who work within the company. So research may hold more of an appeal. The next bullet point says the research management role often is not formally recognized. Third bullet point, outstanding research professionals often have trouble delegating responsibility. And last but not least, research is often seen as a hodgepodge of techniques available to answer individual and unrelated questions. So these are problems in directing research. You probably are thinking at this point, I wonder what kind of salary one would make if they actually, and I apologize for moving this all around, what type of salary are we talking about if you were to work in the marketing field? Here you go, marketing research pays. Research analyst salaries are $45,000 to $85,000. Some make over $100,000. Of course, your entry-level jobs are much lower, $22,500 to $55,000. And why do we know that? Entry-level positions always are a bit lower until you learn the ropes, so to speak. But as you can see, it can be a very, very, very lucrative field once you get going, once you become well known, and so forth. Now we're going to talk a little bit about cross-functional teams. In a truly marketing-oriented organization, all employees are involved in the intelligence gathering and dissemination process. Therefore, employees from different areas of the organization are most likely to communicate and act on marketing information in marketing-oriented firms. So what are cross-functional teams? Well, they are composed of individuals from various functional areas such as engineering, production, finance, and marketing who all share a common purpose. What's the benefits of a cross-functional team? Well, it helps organizations focus on a core business process such as new product development, reduces the tendency for employees to focus single-mindedly on an isolated functional activity, helps to better communicate customers' desires and opinions across the firm. Cross-functional teams are excellent in the workplace. It reflects the use of cross-functional teams basically reflects an effort to satisfy the customer by using all the organization's resources. Cross-functional teams are having a dramatic impact on views of the role of marketing research within the organization. Like many organizations, cross-functional teams are becoming more and more popular. Now I'm just going to talk a little bit on Chapter 5, and I'm talking about qualitative research. And I want to explain why I want to touch on that versus quantitative, so you just kind of have an overview as you read through. Qualitative research is used quite frequently in research for a variety of reasons. But to define what qualitative research is, it is research that addresses marketing objectives through techniques that allow the researcher to provide elaborate interpretations of marketing phenomena without depending on numerical measurements. It focuses on discovering true inner meanings and new insights. Qualitative research is very widely applied in practice. There are many research firms that specialize in qualitative research. So just to give you an overview as you do read this week, qualitative research generally means you're working in a situation where you're not really dependent so much on statistics. You're actually doing a lot of interviewing, asking people their opinions, writing down what they say word for word, and then discovering if there are actual themes. When I wrote my dissertation, quite a few people were doing qualitative research. It sounds like it's easy, but to be quite honest, qualitative research can be quite challenging. But when you start to discover that there's an underlying current and an underlying theme in every interview, and you can't obviously do just one interview, you have to do several, it starts to really take shape, and it's fascinating. So I hope you do enjoy reading the chapters for this upcoming week. Make sure you do that. Please make sure you read your textbook to enhance anything that I've said here. I happen to think marketing is fascinating. I think it's very enjoyable. I think it's a lot of fun. And if you've ever met anybody who actually works in the marketing trade, I think you'll find that that's interesting as well. I do hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the class, and hope you enjoy the PowerPoint. Thank you.